Welcome back. One of the mainstays of our region is SIU, and at the centerpiece of that campus is Morris Library. Anyone who went to school there certainly spent a lot of time there. I know I did. But how much do you really know about its history? Well, here to enlighten us is Sherry Watson and Aaron Lysick. I've done that all day. Sorry about that. Aaron, Sherry, welcome to the show today.
Hi.
Thank you for coming on. Now, I understand we just talked about it, but last month was 70 years for Morris Library. That's remarkable. Here to talk just a little bit about the history there?
Yeah, well, it was, SIU has always had a library. The first 30 years we were in various buildings, starting in 1874. In 1904, there was a library, there was a building called Wheeler Hall that opened.
Okay.
That was the library until 1955. But the last few years at Wheeler, it was so crowded, they had to move books out because the floors were starting to collapse.
Oh.
So they, starting in 1951, they started planning a new library, and it opened in January 1956.
Wow.
And it was,
okay.
when it opened, it was only 2 stories plus the basement.
Wow, and what a difference now. I mean, Morris Library is so expansive. That's amazing. And I guess I didn't realize the prehistory to Morris Library and what the Wheeler Building and Wheeler Library was there on campus. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for a little glimpse into history. Well, let's talk about the legacy of Morris Library, Dwight Morris, and the impact and the shape on that library.
Well, the library really owes a lot to Morris. He was kind of the right man at the right time for SIU. He started 1948, and they started planning for the library just 3 years later.
Wow.
And he had the kind of charisma and willingness to work with legislators and political savvy to get big projects like that done, and it was a big project.
Now, some of the biggest changes that have taken place over the years, well, I mean, I can only imagine that the digital age has made tremendous changes at Morris Library. But can we talk a little bit about what we've seen in the last couple decades?
Well, physically, the library has changed quite a bit. Aaron mentioned the renovation.
Right.
So it's not your grandma's library.
I love
This
that.
is a library with a cafe. This is a library with lots of natural sunlight and spaces for students
Love
to
that.
study in collaborative groups, and they can check out study rooms. There are a lot of services in the library, a lot of support services. So not only library collections and services, but tutoring center, the writing center, things like that, along with our information expertise. But then in terms of the information age, libraries have done a great job of adapting to a changing information landscape.
You just have to.
We took on when the internet came along, and we shifted materials and databases online. That was a large change for us. Now we're dealing with AI.
Right.
But really, our jobs have not changed in many ways because we're in the business of knowledge creation.
There you go.
We're helping students learn their foundational research skills
Absolutely.
and evaluation skills, information evaluation skills. So we're still very much in that business.
Yes.
And so we're here for students, we're here for the faculty and researchers on campus, on our R1 campus.
That's right.
And so we're here to support that.
Well, you know, Sherry, so some of my colleagues and I are actually SIU grads, and we were talking about utilizing the Dewey Decimal System while we were there. But I mean, you're talking about metadata now.
Yeah.
Totally different worlds there.
Yeah, well,
What an evolution.
discoverability. It's
Yes.
all about discoverability. We want
There you
people
go.
to be able to find the information that they need that will support the programs of study that they're in, that will support their lifelong learning, that will support whatever learning process they're in.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of the evolution of Morris Library and, you know, the adaptation as we go through what's happening in the digital age, well, what about the future for Morris Library? What lies ahead?
Oh gosh. So I think that our new dean, we have a new dean, Dr. William Walters, and he has some ideas about a new technology lab that is in process. We are continuing with our research services and enhancing those services wherever we can. And, you know, our collection development is ongoing, and we're just, you know, the work that we do, really, it doesn't change. It just adapts to that landscape. So we're really looking forward to, you know, what the challenges are. We are confident that we can meet them.
Well, it absolutely sounds like you are very student-centric and also just a very welcoming kind of communal place.
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
very welcoming, inclusive space for students. It's a safe
Fantastic.
space.
What
We try to make sure it is.
And what a great resource to have on campus, of
Yeah,
course.
thank you.
Well, anybody that would like to learn more about Morris Library, where can we send them for that information?
So we would like you to go to www.lib.siu.edu. That is our library homepage. If you scroll down that page, there is an Ask a Librarian section.
Oh, nice.
There are links there to get help from, if the live chat is available, you can ask a question that will go to a live person.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And then there are other links to contact librarians or staff.
So tons
on
of
that website.
resources there.
Tons of resources, more than you can shake a stick at.
All right. Sherry, Aaron, thank you both for coming in and giving us a little bit of a history lesson and more about the future at Morris Library.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
us.